Welcome to the Extraordinary Podcast, where we identify God's uncommon work in common life. Recognizing God's work requires intentionality, but articulating it motivates and inspires. Don't forget to subscribe and never miss an episode. In today's episode, I have volunteers from our local compassionate ministries sharing a little bit about what they do and why they do it. The first ministry is Shared Blessings. Shared Blessings seeks to provide clothing to people in the community. There is no cost, no income requirements. The second Saturday of every month, our fellowship hall is open for people to come and shop. Clothes are organized, they're neat, they're clean, and it's a way to treat people with dignity and show them they have value and providing a need that they have. Our second ministry is Love Thy Neighbor, which is our food ministry. And once a month, it's the third Wednesday of every month, we have a food box that is distributed to those in need. Now, we are connected with the Iowa Food Bank, which means our income requirements, but we also supplement the food with our private donations so that really we are able to provide food regardless of the situation of the individual or the families. And both ministries are a way for us to meet the needs of our community in a way that shows them dignity and value, but also shows them the love of Christ. So we're going to talk about those ministries today and see about the volunteers, what they do, and why they do it. So let's hear from them today.
Well, I've been doing Shared Blessings for 11 years now with my husband Charlie. We've served the Lord together, and it's been a real joy. People come in, and they're happy when they come in, and they're happy when they leave. And it's a happy place for a lot of people, and, it's just really a blessing to others. As I said, we've been doing it for 11 years, and we have reached out into the community all these 11 years. And Charlie gave a report one time, and he added everything up instead of monthly, yearly. And I forgot the paper, but we gave away 90 Bibles that year. We had over 2,000 people that we gave clothes to that year. Now, this has been several years ago. And Jesus films, we'd given about 60 Jesus films away. And we're just trying to reach out and make Jesus known to the people in this community. We're not pushing anything, but we have Christian literature there, a lot of Christian devotions, and people pick up those. And the reason I do it, I don't know. We need something to do. We're called not to be just hearers of the word, but to be doers of the word. And we're all called to serve as Jesus served. And it's just been a wonderful experience. It's hard work, but anything worthwhile usually takes a little effort. But I thank you all for who have donated to this ministry. We couldn't do it without you and all the volunteers. But we hear compliments all the time about people that are just so happy that we're here. Yeah, I just wanted to thank all that have donated to Shared Blessings. We are making a difference in this community. We have been for 11 years, and I want to thank everybody who has any part in this ministry.
There are many reasons that I love to help with Shared Blessings. I get out of my apartment. I get to have fellowship with a great bunch of volunteers. And above all, when we finally comes that day when the community comes in to get clothing, it is kind of an inborn thing for me that I can look at somebody and know their style and sometimes their size, and I can help them find clothes for free that they like. And to put a smile on somebody's face just makes me happy.
Why do I want to help with Shared Blessing and Love Thy Neighbor? Because I feel like our church has an opening that I feel like I can help in those areas, and something I can some way I can serve the Lord in, so the clothes ministry, yes. And I also like the clothes ministry because once we are together, the time of fellowshipping with the other co-workers that are also doing it, and with the Love Thy Neighbor also, just to fellowship time, but mainly just to serve. This is an opening where I feel like I can help serving the Lord in those areas of it. So I appreciate that our church has those opportunities where there's an opening where you can fulfill, be a part of that. So thank you.
Love Thy Neighbor is a good food ministry that we take names down, people call in, and we have maybe 40, 50 boxes that we give a month. We put different things in it, try to put meat of some sort, and we get most of our food from the food bank. And otherwise we can go ahead and go to stores here in town. We like to share the wealth, so we go to different stores. But I got into Love Thy Neighbor because when I first thought about doing it, I was working, and between working 40 hours a week, 10 hours a week, I didn't have any time, and they do it mostly in the morning. So when I got done with retirement, with working, I thought, okay, what do I do now? And the Lord just put it on me that it's time for you to go to work. And this is what I want you to do. And you can just take off from there and do what you can to progress it, just make it better, and do what we can to supply the Lord's work and supply people with food.
Love Thy Neighbor has a special place in my heart because many years ago, I can't give you the exact number, but I know it's been at least 10 years ago, we partnered with CJ and Rachel Schaefer and decided to do a food ministry for our community. And it was really special because we were being the hands and feet of Jesus, and we were reaching out into our community and meeting one of the most basic needs that humans have, and that is helping them with food. We feel that the Lord has just blessed this ministry over the years. He's provided the people who we need to serve. He has touched hearts in our church. People have been so gracious in their giving. He's given us ways to connect with the food bank and other community businesses to help with donations. He provided the people who were able to build an extra room onto the church to store all the items that we receive from donations and the food bank. But I just feel that for me, it's just a way, again, like I said, to reach those in need, meet their basic need of being fed. And Randy and I have just really enjoyed being a part of that.
Our episode today was focused on two of our compassionate ministries, our clothing ministry, Shared Blessings, and our food ministry, Love Thy Neighbor. Now, one of the things about these ministries is that they started pretty organically. And what I mean by that is needs were understood and identified, and then people paired their passions with those needs. So the point is not that we always have to fit ourselves into this box or that box, but we need to identify what are the needs in this world and what are the passions that God has given us. Maybe helping with clothes or helping with the food ministries are passions of yours. And if you want more information on how you can serve and volunteer and get involved with those ministries, please contact us, and we'd be happy to partner with you and help you use your gifts for these capacities. And these ministries kind of fulfill Jesus' words in Matthew 25 of serving the community, talking about food and clothing specifically with that. Because we as followers of Jesus are called to serve this world. Now that looks different for every person because God has given each and every one of us unique gifts, passions, and abilities. And so again, the point is not to try to put ourselves to fit the mold of somebody else, but how can we allow what Jesus has given us to impact this world for him? So I want to challenge you to think about that. Think about how are you using what Jesus has given you to impact others for him? Because our purpose in life is not to find how do we become happier, or how do we obtain more wealth, or how do we have more influence. That is not what Jesus has called us to do, and we know that. And we also know that chasing after those things will often lead to disappointment and really won't be satisfying in the end. So I want to challenge you to think about this and pray about it. What has Jesus given you? What passions do you have? What gifts do you have? What abilities do you have? And how can you use those for him? Because the point is not about our glorification. It's not about our acknowledgement or recognition. It's about how we can do this for Jesus and impact this world for him. So I want to challenge you to do that. How can you use your passions to impact this world for Jesus?
Thank you for joining us for this podcast. Be on the lookout for how God does uncommon work in common life. And please subscribe to never miss an episode.